The second theory of constructivism is social constructivism. This theory suggests that we learn by constructing knowledge through social interactions with others and through culturally meaningful activities. The theory of social constructivism connects to Vygotsky's theories that social and cultural context create learning. However, Vygotsky is viewed as both an individual and social constructivist, because his ideas consider the interaction of cognition and culture. They consider how cultural tools like language shape our thinking, and also how new ideas can create new aspects of our culture. The theory is social constructionism, which focuses on how public knowledge is constructed rather than individual knowledge. Constructionism asks how knowledge in disciplines like math, science, history, and English are constructed, and how our everyday beliefs about behavior are made. Woolfolk points out, one of the most important ideas in social constructionism is realizing that some people have more power than others to define what constitutes such knowledge. And constructionists examine why this is and try to find ways to challenge this. One question that all constructivists face is, how is knowledge constructed? And there are three common answers to this question. The first answer is that knowledge is constructed from the external world, which suggests that there is an objective reality that we learn from and learn more and more about. An example of this would be information processing. The second answer is that knowledge is constructed from our internal processes, which suggests that reality is subjective and based on an individual's perspective. An example of this would be Piaget's theories. The third answer is that knowledge is constructed from the interaction of external and internal factors. This means that we create knowledge when the outside world is seen through our beliefs, cultures, and social interactions. An example of this is Vygotsky's theories, because he suggests that we use cultural tools to understand the world. For example, when we observe the stars, we see them in terms of constellations that have been created by our culture. Another question that constructivists talk about is if knowledge is situated or general. The first answer is that knowledge is situated, which would mean that knowledge depends on the time, place, and context of the learning, or it depends on the community of practice that it occurs within. This means that something that was true in one time or place could become false at another time. For example, in the past, people believed that the earth was flat, and other examples would be that there are different classroom expectations in different classrooms, and you also could see situated learning happening when you are training to be a chef by working in a restaurant. On the other hand, if knowledge is general, then it always remains constant and universal, no matter the time or place that it occurs within. An example of this would be the mathematical fact that 1 + 1 is always 2. Despite their disagreements, there are 5 conditions for learning that constructivists agree upon. Number 1, that there should be complex and authentic learning environments. 2, that collaboration or social negotiation is a key component of learning. 3, that we need to provide multiple representations of content. 4, that students need to have self-awareness and metacognition about their learning. And 5, that there should be student ownership of learning. Finally, some ways that you can apply social constructivism in the classroom are through group work, class debates, Socratic seminars, role-playing or other performances, experiments, labs, and case studies. Essentially, any activity that involves students interacting with each other to construct knowledge is a use of social constructivism.